Welcome, delegates, to another exciting seventh edition of the India Affiliate Summit, co-presented by IMI and V Commission, powered by Optimized Media, brought to you by Zahapads Media, in association with Trackia. Today, we have one of an exciting session, which is affiliate marketing, wise words from brands. The moderator for today's session is Amaya Kolagi, Vice President, Digital Channels and Operation Value Lead, Aditya Smithpute, EVP, E-commerce and Digital Marketing, Max Life Insurance, Ajay Chaurasia, Head of Marketing and Product, Group E Reedy, Amit Verma, Marketing Head, Rapido, Mukul Kaushik, Vice President, Sales, Satya. I would like to hand it over to Amaya to take the conversation forward to an exciting session ahead of us. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Soham. Hello, everyone. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us and being here today. And warm welcome to all the audience who are watching us. We have a fabulous panel for this morning. To start with this super informative session, I would like to throw some lights on affiliate marketing in India. Over the past 7 years in my different roles, from being an intern to working as a vice president now, I have seen digital space getting better and better. We all have seen the industry moving from only branding options in back days to a lot of performance centric options in today's date. I'm so much curious to discuss about the future of affiliate marketing in India, about its scope every time I meet any digital marketers. I'm glad to sit with all of you in the session today, guys. So, the long story short is affiliate marketing has a sparkling future in India. Today, organizations of all scales leverages the amazing power of affiliate marketing to grow their businesses. They are spending crore of rupees on marketing their products and services through their affiliates. Affiliate marketing is very effective driving online sales. Today, it fuels approximately 15 to 20% of total online sales. Recently, Internet and Mobile Association of India has reported that the affiliate marketing industry in India would cross the $835 million mark by the year 2025, which is a huge achievement. The recent growth in numbers of businesses promises a lot of things as far as the scope of affiliate marketing in India. To attract more and more customers and sell their products, businesses are paying attention to affiliate marketing more than ever. Affiliate marketing has created a lot of income potential specifically for youngsters in India, and is extremely powerful method of making money. From influencers to content creative specialists to freelancers, etc. Everyone has multiple opportunities to earn well. There is no doubt that e-commerce is the most popular category for affiliate marketers in India and the rest of the world as well. Simply because there are so many products to choose from and sell through your website. However, However, the trend is changing now. Today, people are getting online to buy educational courses, movie tickets, holiday packages, groceries, medicines, cosmetics, electronic appliances, insurance, software, furniture, jewelry, and the list goes on. So, let us go to our panels today and get some more knowledge from the industry experts sitting here with us. So, to start with, my first question will be to Mr. Amit Verma. So, Amit, where does affiliate marketing stands in overall media mix, and how advertising or how advertisers or brands should plan their spends to get ROIs?
Sure, Amay. First of all, thanks, Amay, and thanks, IMI, for having me here. I think from last, or maybe you can say 4 or 5 years back, brand and advertisers were propagating Facebook, Google, and both of them are a biddable medium, right? And advertisers have seen that they bleed on a longer run. On a contrary, if you talk about affiliate marketing, right, which is more based upon conversions. And if you talk about the vast network, so it's pretty good medium in totality. When we talk about affiliate marketing, so I think whenever a brand starts its journey, or if there is a brand which is already reached to a saturation and maturity, always this is a bigger question, that where affiliate marketing and where other channels fits in overall media mix. Definitely, affiliate marketing has a huge role to play when it comes to overall media mix. It scales brand value, amplifies search and display campaigns digitally through multiple channels. Affiliate marketing has a huge potential, as per my opinion, to make best out of all media channels, which ultimately bolsters the success of campaign. Till few years back, people were more relying on other channels, which is a Facebook, Google, and then definitely there is some concern regarding the quality of users or quality of leads. But I think over a period of time, affiliate marketing has reached to a level where now the strategy is more of a get a user at the lowest cost and then retain him through the CLM or CRM. While the other channels which brand reaches out in a market, they mostly talk about the core TG or core audience, right? But they never reaches out to the spillover or the spill TG. But the benefit with the affiliate marketing is that you are reaching to a core audience while you are optimizing your CAC, and parallelly you are also reaching out to the spillover audience or spillover TG, which eventually converts and give you a really good ROI. So it's a win-win situation. Whenever we are talking about TV, whenever we are talking about some other channels, I think this is a debate between marketeers that where we should spend. There is a channel where you are getting an exact ROI, where you can measure the ROI, and then people talk about the CPMs or 450 rupees, 400 rupees, whether it's a YouTube or Facebook. On a contrary, affiliate marketing or TV, where we can talk about TV, where the you cannot measure the CPMs, right? But if you talk about the overall TG and overall audience which which a brand reaches out to, it's vast and eventually it converts. So because what is happening in Google and Facebook, you're reaching out to the same audience again and again, and frequency is really high. But when you're talking about affiliate marketing, first of all, you are getting best CAC if you do a relative comparison. Secondly, you are also reaching out to a spillover TG, which eventually converts. So actually, what TV is for a offline, affiliate marketing is for a online. It's giving you a really good optimized CAC, and parallelly, it's also giving you very good advantage on a spillover TG, which eventually converts. If you talk about the overall media mix, I think for all the performance marketing guy, it's always a bottom up approach where they try to fit channels which is giving you a best optimized CAC, and then they build other channels over and above, right? So that they can scale their performance marketing campaigns and performance marketing spends, right? So for any brand, if you talk about, I think affiliate marketing comes at a first position where they try to build their marketing spends first on a affiliate marketing, and whenever they exhaust that budget, they move to other channels which are giving a relatively higher CAC, but still it will provide you a scale and it will provide you visibility.
Yeah, so you are saying that just because it is morely measurable and its vast reach, brands are moving towards affiliate marketing a lot.
Certainly, it's measurable. It has a vast reach, and I think the basic difference between any biddable media and affiliate marketing is on a like where in a any other biddable media we are bidding on a CPM, CPC. On a affiliate marketing, mostly advertisers are working on conversion model, right? Where they are paying for the end conversion, not for the impressions or the clicks. That is the advantage which advertisers are getting out of it. On a contrary, because most of these uh, partners are doing a bombardment on the TG of all these ads. So you are also getting the spillover TG or spillover audience, which you are capturing through affiliate, which you can't do by any other biddable mediums.
Got it. Well said, Amit. Like I do agree to your points or thoughts which you have provided. Earlier, we saw that there were a lot limited options in affiliate marketing as well. But now, if you see, the affiliate marketing have grown to a level where you have a option for a lot of vendors as well as a lot of channels which they so it's just not about putting up your ads on their platform or their website or doing email or doing SMS. Now there are a lot of affiliates which are also doing Facebook campaigns with their own audiences and much more. So yeah, with this it also helps brands which are at early stage to signify their position in the market. So my next question will be to Mr. Ajay. Ajay, we say that they say that there is a low risk of upfront money, especially for startups. What is your take on it?
For me, startups are always talking about cost effectiveness. They always want to save money. So when you're a startup, the most important part is the capital, the kind of investment you're going to do. So for startups like us, and for anyone who is looking to build a product and reach out to the right audience, affiliate play a very important role, a very major role here, because you don't have to build a big marketing team. You don't have to have a very big budget to start up or start the marketing to reach out to the right audience. And over here, I think all the affiliates usually have, when you want to get into a particular industry and you have a product that you want to reach out to the audience. I think affiliate is one of the best ways to reach out to them, because very first day you're doing performance marketing, you can define the KPIs to your affiliates, whether you want to do a CPI campaign, you want to do a CPR campaign or a CPA campaign. Now, once you have that from the day one, your affiliate is trying to give you the traffic which can get converted, and then you start making money out of it. So I think that's where it is very important, because you don't need a big team, you don't need a huge team to plan your marketing plan, spend a lot of budgets on multiple promotions and branding, and you can be focused upon, because for every startup in the beginning, the target is to get as much as users possible, to get your product ready and to reach out to the right audience. And that is where affiliates are helping a lot. In times when you're reaching out of affiliate, when you're a startup, you're reaching out to the right audience. You're also getting a lot of feedback from the audience, from your customers, what is going right in your product, and all this.
I think Amit, sorry to cut you here.
Zero investment.
Your network
So
is
we still you have a true respect. Can you hear now?
Yeah, we can hear you now better. Yes, Amit, we can hear you better now. Okay, I think Mr. Amit is facing a little internet issues, so we'll come back to him. But on Amit's point, Prabhakar, I would like to ask you. So we say that a niche audience can be reached out from through affiliate marketing. What do you have what do you want to say on that?
Yeah, first of all, thanks IMAI and thanks Samya, for inviting me as a part of this esteemed panel.
Yeah.
And this is a very interesting topic, and particularly let's answer the niche part of it. See, the first part is that affiliates are legit business.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're committed to your success as much as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one business where you get to pay only when you get certain KPIs delivered. Unlike many other forms of marketing. So this is what I love about affiliate. And they also experiment a lot. If they have a better performance marketing team, if they have a better traffic digital assets, that's always helpful. The second part coming to niche is the rub-off. If I talk about our business, which is equity market, mutual fund, loan, insurance, there are affiliate partners who have got excellent digital assets. And the kind of high quality footfall, traffic they get, that's amazing. And when you are projected there in a particular way, depending on the kind of deal you have struck with them, the rub-off comes to your brand as well. And that's where, working with the niche affiliate partner helps a lot. And this I'm talking is specific to my business. If I look at the larger universe, there are businesses, which can only work with such niche affiliate partners. And and that's the beauty of affiliate. The third part is that we use the full suite of Google marketing platform, and we also use Google Campaign Manager, and we also use a lot of mobile customer journey data points. And what we understand that affiliate as a channel, even if they are not the converter, in the form of lead, they help a lot in the customer journey, the second or
Right.
third step, and
Right.
that is quite useful. So Amir, these are my points. We'll talk more as we move along.
Right, definitely. So Prabhakar, yes, I do agree with your point. And there are few people, few industry veterans here who are already doing, say like Max Life Insurance. There are few brands like Max Life who are in the market and who are experiencing on affiliate channels from a very early stage of affiliate marketing. So let us understand more from those brands who have started affiliate marketing at a very long since a very long time. So Mr. Ajay, my next question. Sorry, my bad. So Mr. Aditya, my next question will be for you. So Aditya, why do you think affiliate marketing is such successful in scalability and performance at the same time, and how you have evolved as a brand?
Thank you, Amey. Thank you so much. Thank you, and welcome to all of you to the India Affiliate Summit. Excited to speak today here. Very excited to participate amidst very eminent speakers here. Taking the thread further, from what I just heard from Prabhakar, and I resonate with the thought that affiliates are an important part of our performance journey today. They ensure three things actually. Number one, I think they get the interested customer. That's important. Number two, it's a very legitimate traffic. Number three is the customer that we get through affiliates are generally not the ones that we would get from the other performance media that we generally bid on. And fourth, I think affiliate gives me predictability to business. I exactly know how much of business I will be able to derive from the affiliate partners month on month. And there's a scalability track that we put in place. It's been 6 years that Max Life has been in digital, largely on the protection side. And we've come a long way. So in the next few minutes, I'll give you a sense of how we operate differently with affiliate partners. Life insurance, especially protection that we operate in, is a very involved product. It has a very long fulfillment journey, right from financial underwriting, physical medicals, underwriting processes, etc., which make it extremely very complex. Now, in an environment of this, it will be impossible for a player like us to operate on raw leads, manage irrelevant targeting, junk leads, or even reluctance of affiliate partners to actually operate and co-own the funnels with us, right? So we moved away from raw leads. We moved away from cost per click, cost per lead kind of conversations, and we only focus on a mid-funnel metric, right? And what we've understood is that metric for us is something called as cost per quality lead, which means that the customer should be, of a certain profile. And we look at more than 5 lakhs of income, age 25 to 40, some other more parameters that add relevance to the profile. And very important is he should have generated a quote in the middle of the funnel, because the correlation to the quote and conversion is almost 90%. So what that does actually is it brings down the world of affiliates, right, to only a select few, and those who are willing to walk the path with us and willing to scale and partnership, and partner with us till the end of the journey. Now, 2-3 things that we do with them, right? We've got a very transparent dashboard that's published to them real time. It goes to the details of what lead was junk, what lead was contactable, what lead was actually projected as interested, right, and so on. And the call center feedback is almost real time. We do engage with affiliates and their publishers in a very detailed manner, week on week. There are separate tracks for each publisher, which means the affiliate partner can actually go and pinpoint where the errors were and how the funnel can be corrected. That helps us in a significant manner. This continuous improvement actually makes a lot of sense. And as I said, even the affiliates should only operate with maybe 10 publishers, because if they go beyond 10, it becomes difficult for them to pinpoint where the errors were. What's that done to us, Amey, is we've scaled significantly over the last, I would say, a year. We've tripled our monthly lead count, and we've actually doubled the conversion rate despite growing our lead traffic. That's the advantage that we get on the table. The contribution of affiliates today is about 15%, but we intend to take it 25% by the end of the year, and we see that clearly happening. That's our story at Max Life. Anything that you want to contribute here?
Yeah, I first appreciate you, Aditya, that you being a market leader have brought up your learnings on the table, which will help others to save their time and struggle which you have already been through. So I would like to ask you here in the same thing that so do you mean that does affiliate works on lower funnels compared to other media channels?
So the other media channels, the partnership is only till the time that you bid on SEM or actually build SEO in a large way, which is longish and slow. But here, I think if you are able to get the right partner who actually is willing to work with you till the last mile of the funnel, I think then you cracked it with both of them, right?
Okay.
We've noticed there are some partners who are reluctant to get into details of the funnel and are only willing to operate at raw lead level. With them, probably the category we operate in is not a win-win. Is not a win-win. So we are happy to operate with only those who are willing to go own the funnel and take payouts at a certain stage in the funnel. That works best for us, actually.
Got it, Aditya. Yeah, right. So Prabhakar, my next question will be for you. So Aditya rightly mentioned that the kind of unique user we get through affiliate, that we do not get it through any other channels. So what do you have to say on that?
Yeah, I think Amit Verma also spoke about this, and
Right.
Aditya also pointed that out. See, please understand. I mean, Google and Facebook are very dominant, but they are they're not everywhere, right? And there's a utility for these kind of ecosystem, but let's understand, affiliate is a special utility, for their set of audiences, the kind of traffic they generate, right? So definitely, and also the engagement levels are very high. More importantly, the intent. When I'm going to say, for example, if I talk about Max Life Insurance, if I talk about any of their affiliate, if they are producing good content on kind of choice making in the insurance arena, then I'm sure the user there is a far more engaged with that content, and the intent levels are high. Can you kind of compare that kind of lead with a, say, a Google display lead? Of course you cannot, right? So this is where the part comes in, that there are niche players, and the quality of their content is such that we can be rest assured that this particular lead will be a high probability of conversion, and also revenue yield will be better with that kind of users, with that kind of leads.
Mhm. Right. So yeah, I do agree with you that there are in affiliate as well. There are a couple of channels which will give you a superb ROI. Like if I have to mention email as a platform, this must be very much like I'm sure that since the email have gone down, there must be some crunch of leads which Angel Booking would have faced, or maybe Max Life would have faced. So what do you want to say on that? Like, how do you miss email with that scalability and at the same time giving you that tremendous performance?
So Amia, now Angel Broking is now Angel One. Okay.
Uh,
So
yeah,
I just want to
I
share that. Okay, no problem. And the other bit is, see, scalability aspect. See, we use affiliates both in our B2C business and B2B business. In B2C business, the CPL, COAs are quite low. In B2B business, CPL and COAs are quite high. And the amount of scalability we expect from B2B, of course, we are getting it from affiliates. We are more than happy. The first year revenues are amazing. And the partners which we have kind of handpicked and uh, groomed or developed or whatever you call it over a number of years, they're working tremendously well for us. When it comes to B2C, I mean, let's understand that it's we are talking about. See, I mean, today I'll tell you. I mean, we are in top two in our business. In terms of monthly acquisition, we are acquiring 0.5 million customers every month. These are the people who have opened account with us. So you can understand that no single channel can meet our requirement. However, our experience has been that affiliate channel should not be just blindly looked at for scalability. We should be kind of looking at our what we call in our business CTR, cost to revenue ratio. where the COA and FIR should match each other, and we should be able to kind of get our COAs within 3-4 years of customer being in our system. So I believe affiliate channel has really scaled up good for us with that kind of CTR consideration. So I would say
Right.
there is no universal answer to it. It depends on the nature of the business. Like B2B, I mean, we are very happy, highly scalable. But in
Yeah.
B2C, I think the universe is quite large. But
Right.
as long as our CTRs, ROI consideration are met, we are happy that affiliate channel has rightly scaled up for us.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Being into Value Leaf, being a performance agency, we also believe in the same thing that unless the ROI comes on the table, it's
Right.
really difficult for the brand as well as the agency for from a scalability aspects.
And Amya, just one point I want to say. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to
Sure.
interrupt a little
Sure.
bit.
Go ahead.
See,
Go
we
ahead.
are not looking for a one month or 1 quarter phenomena.
Right.
We're looking for a consistent partner,
Yes.
and they should make money. We should make money. And as I
Correct.
said, we are legit business. So we want them to be continue in business, and we want to help them there. We don't want
Right.
them to kind of over push themselves and kind of spoil their own KPIs, and they
Hmm.
tomorrow go out of business. That's not good for anyone. What we want
Definitely.
is that we scale up together. So
Right.
we give them feedback, they give us feedback. Both our understanding better, and so that the quality keeps on improving. So I interrupted you, but this is an important point I wanted to make.
Yeah, definitely. There should be a transparency between two parties who are working together. Only then there is a successful partnership for a long-term thing. At the same time, I would also like to understand that we have seen in this recent years, right? Even though brands have moved to much harder KPIs and models, even then there are few affiliates who are trying to escape the fair methods of marketing and are moving towards suspicious activities. So I would like to bring this question to Mr. Mukul. Uh, so Mukul, what is the role of technology in affiliate partner management, fraud detection, and attribution, as per you?
Hey, good morning, everyone, first of all, and thank you so much, Amia and Indian Affiliate Summit for having me as a part of this panel. So, yeah, Amia, since we have seen trends post the COVID scenario, there have been a lot of brands in, let's say, retail, banking, finance, entertainment. They've been coming online and setting up their affiliate programs, right?
Right.
And to set up an effective affiliate program, brands need to, let's say, get in touch either with a plug and play method of getting in touch with a network, then maybe running their affiliate program. That has been the majorly a successful method. But at the
Right.
same point of time, there has to be a technology that is used by the ad networks, or also brand can consider onboarding a technology in-house and then maybe managing and having more hand over their entire affiliate program themselves, right? And then getting in
Right.
touch with the media buying team and onboarding more number of affiliates. So there has to be a space for a technology, and there are a lot of challenges that are faced by the advertisers. If we talk about, there has to be one centralized dashboard wherein they can see the marketing spends that are being done at the same point of time, the ROI that is being generated out of those affiliate programs over the different media channels, right? So a right technology when it comes in place, so that eliminates a lot of monotonous things that maybe a brand does, let's say in placing the pixels on their, let's say, thank you pages. So when you have a right set of technology there, you are not supposed to place multiple pixels over of your publishers. You can just place one specific pixel, and then you are just kind of good to take the campaigns live, right? So being
Right.
a role of a brand in this space is, of course, not to deal into the tracking and maybe the optimization part, but at the same point of time strategizing more about the kind of campaigns and how they can get the ROI out of it is something that is
Yeah.
a brand is responsible for. So right
Right.
technology, when it comes in place, does takes care of the entire payout management that is to be done for the affiliate partners. Then you can optimize the campaigns, you can set up CRs for different publishers, and of course, like we talked about, fraud is something, a major thing that is happening, right? So there has to be a tool
Right.
that does takes care of different types of frauds happening, maybe the impression level fraud, the click level fraud, and of course intent based fraud. So when you have a right backbone of a technology, so that is something that automates the entire process, starting from onboarding the affiliates, from tracking out your first impression or clicks to a conversion level. So that is when a role of technology comes in place and does gives you a higher ROI compared to traditional methods that an offline brand are using as of now, maybe the Excels and everything for a CPL based campaigns when you are approving the leads, and that does takes a lot of time for brands as well to kind of pass the payouts to the publisher, and that is a low hanging fruit at that same point of time.
Definitely. I do agree with your point, Mukul. Definitely with a lot of tracking tools or platforms, we are able to measure the funnel from start, from a impression to a click or to a visit to a lead field, and further on. Yes, I do agree with you, and so I would like to ask Amit on this, that how do you build your funnels? What parameters do you consider, whether these are this says that whether the affiliate is doing a right mix and match, or maybe they are just doing fraud?
Sure, Amaya. I think the best part is which we should certainly consider that here on this platform we have Prabhakar, we have Aditya, where the engagement level of a user should be really high, right?
Mhm.
For their business environment is really high. On the contrary, if we talk about our business and Rapido, we are like a low involvement product. Okay. So people mostly doesn't take call maybe in advance or maybe even a day in advance at which kind of a commute option they want to take
Mhm.
for the next day. It's a very immediate call, very low engagement. So whenever we are working with affiliate partners, so mostly we talk about the bottom funnel and the lower funnel, where we are talking about the conversions, which is based upon the ride which they are taking or the fare estimate which they are taking. So mostly we are whatever campaigns we are rolling out, it's a conversion based campaigns where we are talking about if a user is taking a ride and if they are making a payment, then and only then we are giving payouts to our partner. Right? So we are not running any upper funnel campaigns. So
Got
for us, detecting a fraud is very easy. So let's suppose there is a lead which is coming from some other geography where we don't have a business. So a user cannot book a ride, right? So we can like setting up discard those conversions. So, and the second part is that our payout is 7 day post conversion. So if a user is taking a ride within a day, then we get to know whether it's a fraud or it's not a fraud considering based upon the payout because already we are taking those payouts. For the other business, maybe angel broking or angel one or maybe Max Live, the conversion cycle is pretty long. So for them, detecting a fraud might become difficult, but for us, detecting a fraud is much easier because everything is working on the conversion, not on the upper funnel where we are talking about maybe the impression or the traffic on a home page or maybe some middle funnel events, which is request rapido or fair exchange. So which we are not doing. So for us, detecting a fraud is much easier.
Right. Uh, thanks, Amit. So we have a couple of questions coming in as well. So one of those are, how can affiliate marketing be useful to bringing traffic and monetizing new website? So again, I would like to go to Ajay. I think we did not hear you well. So if you want to add thoughts on this, it's quite relevant to what topic you are speaking on.
Yeah, sure. So when they talk about bringing traffic, so us we are completely dependent upon affiliate marketing. So our product has been always into digital lending, and as rightly said, Aditya as well, that we usually want to work on a mid funnel segment, wherein we want to pay money on a particular qualified lead and not just on install. So on this stages, we affiliate help us in getting the right traffic increase, and most of the traffic that we get is from affiliates, and that is how you can build up your. So you can always be dependent upon affiliates. Whenever I want to scale up, I have partners and I have good relationship with them, and that is how we move forward. And we always have to pay any acquisition that we do, and we're not wasting money on just installs or just on. Or just for a particular promotion. So for us, affiliates has worked a lot in terms of acquisition. We have grown 3x in the last 6 months. We are getting a traffic of 200,000 customers on a monthly basis from affiliate channels, and we're doing a number of business from affiliates.
Got it. So yes, rightly said, Ajay. So when there is a startup, or when you have a brand just starting up, it is better to rather start putting up upfront money on media channels rather than going towards affiliate and monetizing and putting up efforts towards that. So like you being a smaller brand, or say at the initial stage of any brands, uh, how do you want to keep yourself, like you want to keep a in-house team for media channels and source affiliate outside, or maybe source everything outside?
It depends. So, as I said in previously when I got disconnected, also that in the beginning the focus has always been to be profitable, to make more, do more business, and the promotion. Being a small brand, I have time to build my marketing team. But in the day one, when I have so much of expenses, building a right team takes a lot of money, and obviously you need right people. When you have built up a good marketing team, but if they're not able to be effective, then that's a waste of time for 3 months or 6 months for a startup. When we talk about affiliates, as rightly said by Aditya as well, that you have to have partners. There are certain partners who are reluctant. There are certain partners who build a relationship with. And when you have such partners in your relationship, you don't actually need a big marketing team to do a performance marketing. Yes, for branding and promotions, you definitely gonna need some people who will be coming doing SEO and all that. But when you're looking at the performance part, marketing specific, I prefer going off with the affiliate because then I can schedule. We can do a CBA campaign wherein we are paying on a qualified event. I'll give you an example for our end. So we do an X number of loans every month, and then there is a conversion rate for after every approvals that come from the customers. So we do a soft KPI to our affiliates. We are in constant touch on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and we keep try to increase those conversions on a daily basis. And that's where my affiliate is also making money, and I'm also making money without just getting a junk traffic on my platform. I get 200 to 300,000 customers on a monthly basis. Talking about a new customer traffic. What is my conversion? Conversion comes to 5 to 10% of it, and I'm only paying for the converted traffic. I'm not paying for the junk traffic. And as mentioned by Mukul, technology helps us a lot to understand what are those fraud traffic coming in. There are certain publishers who give you fraud traffic. Nothing happens. You get a lot of impressions. You get a lot of installs, but you're not getting any conversions. I think that's where when you have good partnership with affiliates, you're communicating with them, you're transparent, you're making them understand what is that you need at the end of the day, helps you in cost saving, get you the right customer, and scale up your product.
Yeah, so the optimization should be at the peak. We should be looking at all the parameters and all the funnels to ensure that everything is going correct. And yes, then you can crack it. Is so yes, we are a little short of time, and I have one final question which I would like to ask all of my panelists, and I request you to keep it crisp. So I'll start. Let's start with Aditya. What is that one reason you think because of which affiliate is growing and is popular globally? As we are seeing that every year market share is increasing globally as well as in India for this affiliate.
So and I'll speak for what we've been experiencing. And as I said, the predictability of business, that we get on the table with the select few affiliate partners that we've been working with, I think that just adds to the flavor.
Okay.
Through other media sources is what I love about affiliates. Looking forward to actually carefully building such partnerships. And as Prabhakar rightly mentioned, it should be a win-win for both of us. Otherwise, it will die its natural. The intent is to keep it growing and make it predictable for business.
Right. Prabhakar, you would like to add anything?
See, just building on what Aditya just said, we need to, be choosy about who we partner with. Because we are a growing business and we want to keep growing. None of us are here for 1 month, 1 quarter, or 2 quarters. Right. And once we, trust them, we should handhold them in the initial phase till we understand our business. So that is very important. And once the right partnerships are there, that's where affiliate channel will grow, the market share will grow, and like a fairy tale, everything will be hunky dory ever after. So that's the way.
Yes, I agree. Like the affiliate should also understand the importance of brands when they are trusting you. You need to ensure that the trust is not breached, and you have to work for a long term. Like they should think more of a long term partnership rather than a short term partnership, so that both the parties are in benefits. What will be your take, Amit, on this?
I think you have asked a question that how these affiliate partners or their contribution in a business is increasing. I think we should understand that every now and there, every month, content providers are adding a lot of content at a very fast pace. There are a lot of sites which are getting added, right? And definitely, this is inventory which is not getting captured anywhere else, right? So I think this is inventory which affiliate partners are providing to advertiser. That is the first thing. So you are getting a really good access of this inventory. Second thing is there are very non-conventional categories and businesses which just came up maybe in the last 2 or 3 years, right? You're talking about gaming, you're talking about edutech. We can talk about maybe kids-based fintech, where Facebook and Google are not providing access and they're not allowing you advertisers to advertise on their platform, where you can certainly capitalize affiliate marketing and these publishers, because they are providing you access to those users which you can't get anywhere else. And I think third thing is the way or the model on which affiliate partners are working, which is very ROI driven. And you can certainly, whether it's a engagement, high engagement led or low engagement led business, it's a win-win for all the parties, whether it's a brand, whether it's an affiliate, whether it's a publisher. So I think that is a third thing which is also adding a lot of value.
Right. Sure. Over to you, Ajay.
I think Amit rightly said that when you're getting partners, so there is a certain limitation for the fintechs right now, especially for digital lending in the last 6-7 months, where when you're trying to run the Google ads, you're trying to reach out to the customer from Facebook ads, you have certain limitations. But does my market ends there? No. I think that's where affiliates are helping us to reach out such customers, which for some channels where I've been stopped, and it has been working good for us. So I am still looking for more partners to grow our business, and I think affiliate is the way forward.
Right. So Mukul, what do you think? What is it that making a difference? Why affiliate marketing is growing and being so popular?
Of course. So adding to the pointers of the other panelists, of course, the beauty of affiliate marketing is it's completely ROI driven model, right? So when we talk about a brands, maybe if we talk about they're getting in touch with, let's say, an Instagram influencers. So these are people who resonates very much likely with the kind of audience they have. They know what time they're active, and these are the ones that drives a better result compared to any other. Let's say if we talk about the duopoly of Facebook or Google, that's a vast ocean. Everyone is running ads, and there's a lot of competition out there. But at the same point of time, when you work with affiliates, you are completely paying them whenever they're driving performance for you. Let it be a sale or a lead, whatever your KPI is. If they are meeting it, you are paying them, and if it's not, so that's it.
Got it. Sorry, I'm jumping to the next question in a hurry so that the audience gets to know a lot of things from us. So my question will be to Aditya. Aditya, with scalability, there is always a bigger risk of escalations. How does a brand overcome it? I'm sure you must be the better person to understand this.
In terms of escalations, you're referring to customer grievances and complaints?
Yes.
Okay. So as I said, the real-time feedback mechanism that's been put in place through a transparent platform at MaxLive gives an update to the partner. So moment you see junk leads coming up, it's like an alarm trigger. Moment you realize that non-contactability of the leads has gone up, it's an alarm trigger. And moment the customer non-interest percentage goes up, it's an alarm trigger. So what that does is it gives a clear view to the partner. It helps us to engage with the partner as well. In most cases, it is wrong targeting. And when the correction is immediately done, we see that the escalations actually die down. So as I said, transparency, both sides, I think plays a key role in addressing this issue. And I think cautious scale. I'm not saying we are at X today, we have to become 5X next month. It is a journey that we have to thread together, so that even the partner understands our business. It's important that the partner understands your business, right? Each model is different, and when you involve product like protection, it can get very complex sometimes.
Right. Got it, Aditya. So I would quickly like to sum up few points and highlight whatever we have discussed here. So the affiliate can be used to reach to a newer audience, and it is very much measurable and vast. At the same time, a niche audience can be reached. Uh, Affiliate marketing can be used for driving conversions. Affiliate, so it's much a promisable scale. Then. Brands have become much smarter and are working on end convergence with the technology, and they are adapting towards the technology. They're having that safe hands with of technology with them to take it ahead. uh, Early stages brands are using affiliate marketing to not put their money on upfront money on stake. With this note, we will close our panel discussion, and I appreciate you guys for giving time to explain the audience about affiliate marketing.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you.
Aman.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Nice
you, Aman,
connecting you so much. Thank
for a
you,
very
audience.
exciting
Thank
session.
you so much. Yeah.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you, Amar, for an exciting session. I would like to thank our partners, title partner V Commission, powered by partner Optimize Media, brought to you by partner Zaha Media, Zahapads Media, and in association with partner Trackia. Registration partner Value Leaf, digital growth partner Microsoft InMobi, gold partners Admitat and Welcome Media, silver partner Birdroid IO, mobile performance partner CollectSend, bronze partner Cashkaro, and platform partner AirMeet. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your wonderful insights. And delegates, please look forward to the upcoming sessions. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
so
Thank
much,
you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Bye.